Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. This is One-Eyed Sniper, and this is episode 2 of a Let's Play of Dark Souls 2 Scholars of the First Sin. So I rewatched my last video, and there's a couple things I noticed. First thing is I got the Chandler's Trident, and I said how I thought it was kind of cool, but then I didn't actually show it in any way, so I thought I'd do that. I don't have the stats to use it effectively, but we'll see what it does here. Yeah, so that was when I was mentioning, I think that'll hit him 3 times the way it spins, so if you were to add poison to it, it actually adds a decent amount of poison. And I think if we two-hand it, strong attack, we'll do like a dance, which would add a buff onto any party members you had. Yeah, there it is. So if you either want to buff your guys or just kind of look ridiculous, that's an option. The second thing I forgot to do was I never finished talking to all the ladies in the house, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's kind of a rookie mistake there. I should have remembered that. So I'll head back to Things Betwixt, and we'll find out the background of the ladies we met initially. Start out with Meredith.
This is a limbo, a link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom. My name is Meredith. The old women were once fire keepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on.
So yeah, in Dark Souls 1 we had the fire keepers in a lot of the major areas who basically tended the flames of the bonfire, kept them burning. And so we find out that that's what these ladies used to do.
The old women were keepers of the fire. But now, the fire shows signs of fading. And the kingdom is beset by hollows.
Okay.
The old women are sisters. I am told there was a 4th. Long ago, fire keepers were commonplace. But now they are lost, scattered to the winds.
So I had heard other people talking that maybe the lady we see in the cutscene at the beginning that kind of sent us here may have been the 4th. I don't know if that gets confirmed later on or not, but maybe we'll find that out.
The old women are sisters. Long ago.
Okay, so she's done. And she just cackles at us.
Still determined as ever, I see. Do you wish to start all over again?
So this particular one, Strowan, if we come back to her later with an item, I believe it's a soul vessel, you can actually just reallocate all your
You must go on a journey
skill points.
Without rest.
So you don't have to start over a new character if you don't want. You can just
Well,
reallocate all the points.
if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here to start again with a clean slate. You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse. But if you're to start again...
Okay.
No, of course not.
And
Now go along then.
last but not least. It's just another creepy laugh NPC. Okay. So now that we got that done, I'll head back to Majula, and you can do the circuit there, run around the area. I got some items to pick up, and talk to a lot of the NPCs there. Get that started. And I think I need to pick up a shield too if I have the souls for it. So one thing that's interesting, this guy who really just kind of gives advice, he's always been kind of depressed. There's a similar character in Dark Souls 1, and I had watched a little bit of a Let's Play of Demon Souls, and it's the same actor, from what appears to me, and the same kind of character, who's a little bit depressed and just kind of gives you some starting out advice. So this guy's kind of recurring throughout the whole Souls experience.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that. I am Solden. And like you, I lost everything. And now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody.
It's a great pep talk.
Do you know much about souls?
A little bit.
Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really.
He always has such a bright outlook.
There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have.
Okay, I think he's got one more.
Never cry out for help. The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You will face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Okay, so the way the Blue Covenant, the way this one works is it's really just a beginner covenant. So if you were to get invaded, there's a alternate covenant that would be the Blue Sentinels that other people can join, and you could join too, I guess. But if you remember, the Blue Sentinels, if someone from where the blue gets invaded, Blue Sentinel can join that invasion to help out the character that got invaded. It was one that I always thought was pretty cool. Again, like I said, when I started playing, the population wasn't that high, so it didn't happen very often. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and join it just for the sake of doing it. And then the blue seal.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the sentinels cradle you in their embrace. Do you feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some time.
Learn the welcome gesture from him.
Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants. There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey. But don't venture too far inside, or you might not come back. Hade's Tower of Flame
This guy has a
lies
lot to
beyond
talk
the
about.
far gate. In the cathedral, the Apostles of Blue gather. But the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know. Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth? I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out.
It's most likely shitty.
Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort.
Okay. Think you might be done now?
The flame you see there
Nope.
is a bonfire. They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us. Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went.
They're all shacked up together.
Did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds. In Drang Lake, the flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn. Poignant wishes, dashed dreams. The messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. Somebody out there is sure to listen. You may notice symbols that appear upon the ground. These are summon signatures. They call upon spirits from other worlds through the schisms in time.
Gotta watch out for
If
those
you fear
schisms.
hollows, find summon signatures to call upon spirits to help you. Do you see the way beyond the bonfire?
Alright, now he's
You
done.
may- But don't.
Alright.
May
Leave
you
him.
find peace on your journey.
Let's see how many deaths we got in the world here. That's a lot. I want to say 953 million, but probably not. Maybe it's 95 million. Anyways. A lot of people dying here for some reason. Oops.
Who are you?
I'm Dexter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. And now somebody's gone and locked the door.
You could try climbing through this giant open window.
I'm a blacksmith.
All right,
I'm
no,
nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop. I'm a blacksmith.
All right. Oops. It's done. So let me take a look at this ring we got for the Covenant. I'll probably equip that for the time being. It's the Blue Seal. Ring of the Way of the Blue Covenant increases HP slightly. The Way of the Blue is not a developed religion. It is a humble prayer that spread naturally amongst those seeking help. When apostles of blue are invaded by dark spirits, they can receive assistance from masters of other worlds. So it does give you a slight HP boost, so I'll wear that. I doubt it'll do me any good if I get invaded, but the HP boost will work. And this is actually another covenant you can join early on. I never have joined it, and I'm not going to this time, but I think it just basically makes the game much more challenging. So I think it's essentially makes it like a new game plus, but your character is not. So happiness. All right. Now we get to meet our French cat.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes. You may call me Xiao. Enchante. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
Do I smell wonderful because I'm dead? Okay, so Xiao sells actually a lot of good stuff. Ring of the Evil Eye. A modest but inexplicably disturbing ring. Absorb HP for each enemy defeated. Peer too closely at the rare stone that forms the eye of this ring, and things that writhe and stir may come into focus. It's kind of a cool concept. I never really use it. I think there's other rings that have a much greater benefit than that one. Silver Cat Ring. Silver Cat Ring depicting a leaping feline, reduces damage from falling. Legend has it that when cats grow old, a force brews within them, and they are reborn as something new. Red Eye Ring. A cursed ring depicting a demon eye. Becomes easier to be detected by enemies. If it is tranquility that you seek, then you should never have left your home. If you seek strife, then fair enough, but no need to overdo it. I've never used that one, but I guess it makes it easier to be detected. The Name Engraved Ring, I think, is an online item. A special ring that can be engraved with the name of a god. Becomes easier to connect to worlds of players who chose the same god. There are countless vestiges of long-lost gods in the ruins of Dring Lake, or perhaps they are the very same gods as ours, only known by different names. So if you have a friend that's playing, you can both get the ring and engrave it with the same god, and it makes it easier to summon each other. I don't know if it works for invasions, but I know it does for summoning. And then the Ring of Whispers, ring worn by Roy the Explorer. Hear the inner voices of surrounding enemies. Useful for locating hidden enemies, and perhaps for a few other things as well. If you're wearing this ring, when an enemy's near, you'll hear this weird kind of groaning sound. It's not especially helpful, but I think it allows us to talk to at least one NPC that you wouldn't normally be able to talk to later. She sells Homer Bones, Prism Stones, Alluring Skulls. Alluring Skull. A skull of unknown ownership. Smashing it releases traces of souls, which attract nearby foes. Does not work on all enemies, but can prove useful in unexpected ways. Okay, she can give you some information on where your standing is with the covenants as well. The ones you found and then your rank within them. But let's keep talking to her.
This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful? This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old ones? Those four who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent. It grows nicer with each passing day.
It's really creepy, Shockwire.
Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything. The only thing he's good for now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say. You give something to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know? Did you see that oddly formed rock behind here? Long ago they called it Victor's Stone, as I recall. If you wish to face greater challenges, speak to the rock. Although, you'd just as well not. This place is already... Everything will crumble and waste away so that something... Isn't it...
Okay, I know if you talk to her later,
Nothing suited you,
I think
I
especially
presume?
after you start getting
That's dismaying.
the Great Souls, she'll actually give you some background on all of them. It's actually pretty interesting. Right, Essence Flask Shard.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
So this guy, the more and more money you spend with him, his demeanor kind of changes. So let's see what he's got. I do have some shields. I'm gonna need one. I'll have to turn in some souls and see if I have enough to pick up one. I'd probably rather have the Silver Eagle Kite Shield. Let's see what we got for armor. Okay.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really.
Poor guy.
A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash.
Yeah, so Malin is not a fan of the Blue Sentinels. He talks about them like a kind of a corrupt, almost like mafia.
Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here?
Okay,
Well,
let's
I do hope I see you again.
see what I can get out of the souls that I have. Probably not enough. Huh. Not quite, so I will just buy the cheaper shield there.
Thank you.
It'll do for a little while.
Thanks very much. And do please come again.
Okay. Titanite shard. Let's see what we got for Titanite shard here. Titanite shard used to reinforce equipment. Reinforces equipment up to +3. Titanite was discovered in an ancient layer of earth and is said to be a gift of the gods. Titanite of this size has very little power, but is still a rare find. So as soon as we get Leningrad key, we can start using that, creating our weapons and stuff. Okay, so like I mentioned in the first video, I normally go through the Forest of Fallen Giants first, but since I want to kind of get into pyromancy and do something a little different, I'm going to go to Hyde's Tower of Flame, and hopefully I don't get destroyed, but we'll see. Visions of Saint, but liar ahead. So this is actually 2 paths. A little bit later in the game we'll be able to unlock it. This whole corridor kind of just spins around and be able to head that way. We got a chest. There we go. Yeah, I actually really like Hyde's Tower of Flame. At least the look of the area. Kind of wish it was bigger. It's one of the. I think I just got a shield, but it's one of the smaller areas of the game. But it's got a really good look about it. Let's see if this shield's any. So it's much lighter, but pretty much worse all around except for magic. A standard wooden parma, the fancy name, and nifty paint are surely a merchant's efforts to make this very ordinary shield more attractive. So I will stick with my iron parma. Kind of wish I had bought it now though. Switch ahead. Broken Thief Sword. Let's see what the Broken Thief Sword says. A broken straight sword, handled as a dagger due to its length. This inexpensive sword is terribly worn, but nevertheless a favorite amongst thieves. Pool of Blood. Hopefully I don't join these guys. But we shall see. These guys have just a really hard moveset to judge sometimes. Oh, crap. I never equip my Estus flasks. Do that right now, hopefully. So I got, okay. Round 2. Fight. That usually gets me. Greedy. No. Oh, I didn't turn in my Estus Flash shard either. I am garbage. Gotcha. Okay. Also, I don't think I'm human, so I will take care of that. Try slip up. Yeah. So I'm just gonna beeline to the bonfire here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and travel to Majula. Turn in that Estus Flash shard, and then I am right at a little over 30 minutes, so I think I'll end this video here, and in episode 3 I will go through,
Is that a shard? Here.
complete
To
the
select,
rest of
however
Heights
faint.
Tower of Flame. Let's upgrade Estus Flask. Alright, so that will do it for this episode. Appreciate you joining me. If you have any feedback, please leave me a comment. And until next time, I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.